Wow.
It's true.
Just absolutely cripple this child's self-esteem.
Look, she's not fat. She's
hefty.
Big bone.
How heavy is she? She's only 844 pounds, right?
Holy shit.
Yeah, keep in mind that that's gone up a little bit because you did grow up 2 years. So by the time you're 18, you should be around 900 to 1,000 pounds. Maybe a touch more.
Yeah, a little bit more. Probably. Cool. Should I just add £10? That's about it. £10. 2 years, £10. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, actually, never mind. In full adulthood, you should be around £1,200. So.
Okay.
I feel like she can be what she wants, and you putting a label on that is really diminishing to herself.
Okay, but my counter argument: Cat is not completely Centaur. And I don't know how dense slime is.
Okay, so £2,400.
Ow! Alright. See how it is?
She's made up of some heft slime.
Heft slime? It's all the souls, alright? I can't help it.
Oh, each one adds a pound.
Oh, good lord. No, didn't we work out there's almost 10,000 plus souls in there?
Yes.
If it's each one adds a pound with...
There's loads.
Yeah, it's literally all I got was there's tens of thousands of souls. That's all the information I got.
There's a reason levitation typically doesn't work on you.
It's just the souls weighing you down.
Oh, the souls weigh heavy upon my legs.
Yep. Alright, hello everybody and welcome to Crabby D&D. I'm here with Cat.
Yo.
Mortar.
Hello.
Kirv.
Hi.
And Vinny.
Hello.
We will have a Romulus later on, but Romulus is running a little bit late. Makes sense, he's still asleep IRL. I mean, I know I was half an hour ago. Whoops. So, welcome everyone. Let's get into this, shall we? To this interesting team building exercise.
He said exercise.
You'll be fine. Good evening, all. Glad to have you with us here. Last session, our party of adventurers, Cat, Kirv, Mortar, Romulus, and Vinny, had a conflict where both Mortar and Cat had, lost control. As a group, they managed to prevent the two of them from tearing each other apart, while mitigating what damage they could to the surrounding area, thanks to the fallow thorn abomination. Having had some rest since then, convincing the locals that they had not caused the damage but defeated whatever creature was causing this, a Kingsguard had been assigned to watch over them, and had otherwise proposed the idea of some team-building exercises to help them out in a time such as this. The party had a little bit of time to chat and consider the offer. So each of you otherwise sits around the table. Nexor is still fast asleep, but you're all connected via a telepathic bond, thanks to Cat. And you are otherwise all able to talk to one another. You sit in you sit in each of the plush chairs. You've had your breakfast, your empty plates and cups before you. Otherwise discussing, as Kirv mentioned that there is no love in hell, and maybe she will allude to more.
Oh yeah, Kirv just starts with black mascara, just putting it all around her eyes, and she like flips her head up, and she just goes all emo.
I am so getting involved in. I'm not.
She sort of just leans back and is kind of feels like, okay, that's my piece. Unless anyone had any questions.
That was a pretty strong statement. But don't know where you come from, so might be true.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's no love
maybe.
in hell, though. Why?
I'm not sure I'm convinced, though.
I was going to say, if there's no love in hell, then how are you? Why are you still with us? Surely you care a little bit. You must do if you're still here.
Well, this isn't hell, is it? Maybe I'm allowed to care a little bit here.
Yeah, maybe. I was more thinking if you couldn't love in hell, then you wouldn't know what love felt like, so you wouldn't be able to experience the feeling of love.
You're just confusing me now.
That's what I do.
Yeah. But she smiles.
I don't know about you guys, but just kind of opening up straight off the bat without at least some liquor to, make it easier is kind of it's not exactly the easiest thing. It's like going
Liquor?
No,
I
just let it
hardly
go.
know her.
There is a groan from someone across the telepathic bond.
Mortar absolutely high fives you.
Inspiration.
Inspirational.
No, but Nexor does wake up from the high five being so loud. Oh. Oh.
Good morning.
Morning. You're all up and quiet. You weren't watching me sleep, were you? Of course, you'd say that. So, what's the word then? Looking to the Kingsguard. Well, they're all willing to undertake at least the first step of the team building. We'll have to see if they do anything else from there. And Camille has otherwise gone off to continue with the celebrations as normal. She told me to let you rest in after last night's activities. Right, well, I'll go and make sure she's alright. I assume you'll be fine here?
Nice. Well, if you're heading out, could you pick up them 2 rings or the cuff ring things? As I can't go out.
He looks at you a little confused before the Guardian otherwise turns around. It's alright, I've sent someone to go deal with it. Alright.
Okay.
Well, hope you all have a good day. Work hard, and you'll be fine. I'm sure they'll take good care of you. And Nexor leaves. As you otherwise hear one of the doors swing open loudly, and you watch as a large ferret with a clipboard comes marching out of the staff door. As you all see, a Bryn is seemingly here. stands there, looks at all of you. You watch as he pulls from a little, what looks to be almost this little side belt where he's got a pouch in place. Pulls out this string with a bell on it and wraps it round his neck. Can you all understand me?
Yeah, just about.
Good.
Yeah.
Ready when you are. Looks up at the Guardian. Everything's all prepared. Good. Well, shall we begin with this?
Do we need anything?
This first step will just be sat around here for now. And the ferret comes around, and from their clipboard they pull off these pieces of paper and set them in front of each of you. As you see it reads, come up with 2 truths and 1 lie.
Really,
Yeah.
we're starting with this?
Yeah, it's a good icebreaker. Trust
We
me.
know each other pretty well.
Well, apparently not if you weren't willing to open up and talk to one another without having booze. So, good icebreaker. By the
I
way,
didn't have booze.
he otherwise claps his little toe bean paws together. All alcohol within this mansion is now non-alcoholic. Thumbs up and walks away.
Oh,
Does that mean I can drink it now?
Yeah.
yeah.
Very good.
In the meantime, it won't be.
Just don't get used to the taste.
Okay.
Okay. The Guardian otherwise looks through all of you. Whenever someone's ready to begin.
So what are we writing? Just stuff about us? 2 truths about us and a lie? That's
Two-
it?
2 truths and 1 lie about yourself. You'll then be reading it out to the rest of us. Not, well, excluding me, of course, although I will hear it. You say these out loud, and then the rest of your group have to guess which one they believe the lie is. If they get it right, they may ask further questions. If they get it wrong, you get to pick who goes next. But no
Okay.
picking Romulus while he's not here.
Also,
He's
I'll
just
begin
gone for a leak.
Yeah.
Scribbling something down.
Well, if any one of you is ready, you may take it away.
See, his cat is struggling to write. I'll just say it. Because... yeah, I'll just say it. So... Okay. They have to guess. Okay. I know, or have met all of the Lords of the Beastlands. Or Lords of the Clans of the Beastlands. I've had a sister, and each of my elementals is based off a member in this party.
Third one's a lie.
Third
Well, you as a group should discuss it, I believe, is what the point of this activity was. Mortar.
That was actually Mortar saying it, and I was going to explain my reasoning.
Let's then explain your reasoning, and Cat, don't jump the gun. Let them discuss first. The Guardian looks at all of you like these guys are a lost cause. They can't even do the icebreaker.
I'm just going to spear a couple more apples.
Well, you were nobility, right, in the Beastlands. So you meeting all of the Lords of the Beastlands makes perfect sense. What? Remind me of the second one again.
I had a sister.
You had a sister.
Mhm.
In the vision where it was you and your parents, there was no sister. So it's unlikely, unless she passed away when you were very young. And you've never
Older
mentioned.
sister or younger sister?
Older.
Yeah, I don't think so. And you were already making elementals before I came along. So that doesn't make any sense.
Or maybe she's working through us.
Well, to my count, she already has all four, right? She has fire, she has earth, she has ice or water, and she has air. I don't think there's any more.
Water and air ones would have been of the same kind that we had to fight. Or does it work differently?
I've got two. At the moment, I have Terrador and I have Cinder.
My
I
bags
see.
have
So
been Terrador.
just specifically those ones you're talking about.
Yes,
Jeff
yes.
and the others
No,
don't count.
they kind of fall differently. Trolodex was a soul that came to me. Jeff is my familiar, and the other two are more companions rather than combat elementals. So, yeah, it's the ones that we have to fight and calm down. Are the main ones that I utilise.
Okay. Well, Terrador being based on Romulus, I suppose I could see. I'm not sure who Cinder is meant to be, though.
I mean, it could be based on an infernal thing, based on one of you guys.
Am I allowed to give any more explanation, or have they got to try and work this out now?
They have to figure out which one is the lie out of the three. By the way you explained it, Mortar, you seem to believe that both the second and the third one was a lie, which means either Cat hasn't understood the assignment, which was 2 truths, 1 lie, or Mortar hasn't understood the assignment, which is 2 truths, 1 lie.
Yeah, and I said the third one.
But then you also
third
said
one
that you
was
were
the lie.
doubting the second one.
It's a process.
Yeah.
It's a process, okay? Give us a minute.
I'm just going off what I've seen. Cat's never mentioned a sister, so probability of her having one is unlikely. Especially because when I saw what Sychania showed me a little while back, in her house there was only her mother, and her father. There was no sister. What was your sister's name?
Naomi.
Answer that really quick.
You do have a younger sibling energy to you.
Huh. Well, thank you.
Trust me, it's not a compliment.
Oh.
Assuming she is real, isn't it quite rude of Romulus to have adopted you but not her?
Do that?
He never met her.
She might have been ugly.
There's always one sibling.
Sorry.
As I recall, Mortar, I don't think you have... No, you might have siblings. There are quite a few only children. Not necessarily... Well, I don't know, actually. I can't remember if Vinny's an only child. Thinking about it.
Oh no, I was saying it in the
Not sure if
perspective
he
of.
knows either.
Do all of you...
I was saying it in the perspective of
Every...
what I was saying. Like, there's always one child that's like prettier than the other. There's always one ugly child.
I think everybody has like a proper family as well. It's good compared to Campaign 2, or Campaign 1 rather, where everybody had tragic backstories based on their family. This time we
Rook had a family.
This time we only have like 3 tragic backstories out of the 5 or 6 we had, so that's not too bad.
Progress.
Yeah, compared to Campaign 1, where we only had 1 progressive family, and that was Rook, who had to make up his children's names on the spot because he hadn't written them down.
That was so painful. My entire family had just been created off of a whim.
Okay. So,
That was my parents' excuse for me.
poor Dan.
I say my guess is that your summons aren't based on us.
Mortar, what do you think?
Same, number 3. You've never mentioned a sister before. I'm just going with my gut. Number 3.
And Vinny? Do you agree as well?
Yeah, I think I'm going to agree. It'd be very awkward if one of them turned out to be based on Lloyd and he wasn't here to see it.
Okay. Well, Cat, which one was the lie?
The second, my sister. The elementals are based off of each of you. And Mortar, you were in the party when we combated, or we fought Cinder. And that way, if you also look at it, when my elemental armor is constructed, the gun mimics you, the shields mimic Romulus, because he's there, he takes the hits, and he's there and supportive. So each of my elementals will be based off you. I've got 2 more yet to create, and they're going to be based off of... And she points at both Vinny and Kirv. You 2.
So where is your sister now, then? You've never mentioned that before.
I don't have a sister, that was a lie.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got confused.
Yeah, day drinking will do that, I'm afraid.
I like this game.
Because
It's
now that you've revealed that the 2 upcoming ones are explicitly an homage to us,
Mm-hmm.
it gives you all the more reason to make sure you get them right.
Don't worry, I've already designed your one, Vinny. I've already designed your one.
That one's Roni, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Darn!
the 2 nods.
Like pepperoni.
No.
That was above board, and Roni is awesome. And probably the one elemental I'm the most scared of.
Yeah, me too. That's why I haven't summoned it yet.
TPK incoming. Alright. Well, with that, Cat, you get to choose who is next on the Truth or Lies. Romulus still hasn't returned, so carry on.
He's in the bathroom thinking up his ones. He's going, that's right. Either that or he's doing a different kind of cooking, if you know what I mean.
I will point
Don't
that
need
out.
cooking
Vinny.
tools for that. Ooh, Vinny.
Okay.
I mean, do
Right.
you remember enough about your past to think of 2 truths and a lie?
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not that forgetful. Right. 2 truths, 1 lie. Okay, let's say like many tieflings, at least in this plane, I was born under another name and took a virtue name at an older age. For 1. I used to have a pet dog named Belle. And my father left home when I was 15.
There's a milk joke there somewhere.
Honestly. Or cigarettes.
Mm. Okay.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm desperately trying to come up with a joke about the dog being a bellend.
I think this just paints the whole spectrum of our party right now.
2 milk
I
jokes and a
mean-
bell end.
Right. Like, do tieflings go with a virtue name? From like off the top of my head, does that sound correct?
Roll me a history check.
Don't think I've had apart from you and Kirv, I don't think I've had a actual conversation with a tiefling.
Right. It's like a 11.
11. It's not necessarily like common knowledge, but like tieflings do switch between like having different names. Some of them do grow up and they end up getting what are known as virtue names, usually when they've done something or they have a purpose or calling that encourages them to do something. An example of another tiefling you've met, Pavessa, also known as the Skull, because she has a birthmark that makes her face look like a skull.
That's awesome.
Okay.
That's an example of that. That is one of Romulus's. That's Romulus's older sister, who the party have previously defeated but not killed. Well,
Yeah,
she
she
may have
jumped into the hell
died. She
pit,
did
didn't she?
dive into a portal into the abyss, so you know you can only assume that
So
it went
not all-
poorly.
So not all virtue names are necessarily like because you do something virtuous. They're just kind of like something that kind of either physically distinguishes you or something like that.
Something that distinguishes you from another tiefling, yes. But it's
I
not
see.
necessarily something everybody undertakes. You've met a few tieflings as well who don't take on virtue names, like the ones in the campsite just outside Trenlor's Rest, which I'm having trouble remembering the name
Oh,
of.
The
okay.
star thingy camp.
The Starsight Camp, yes. Yeah, there were a few tieflings in there who didn't have virtue names, for example. So it's not necessarily always the case, but it is something that can occur.
Okay. Oh, interesting. I mean,
I really want to believe he had a dog.
yeah, I could see Vinny being a dog guy.
Really? I think he's more a cat guy.
Reckon?
Hmm.
The name of the dog was Belle.
And I can't speak too much into naming traditions on this plane, but where I'm from, names change. I mean, my youngest sister is called Pop because the only thing she can say right now is Pop. That's the only thing she speaks in, Pops, and it's it's very sweet. But
Huh.
she'll probably have a different name when she grows older. Hopefully.
Oh, so names are like temporary in hell.
To an
Okay.
extent.
Then
Oh.
the
Oh.
dad one?
I mean,
It's just hard.
especially for Vinny, he doesn't really. This is kind of a side we haven't really seen him before, so this is all kind of guesswork. Well, he was born topside, right?
Upside?
Correct. I've never been
like
to hell.
yeah. So isn't the renaming tiefling thing just a tradition in hell?
Well, not necessarily, because some did in Starsight Camp. So,
Also, so some tiefling parents may give them a traditional tiefling name, like they're from hell, kind of thing.
enough to kind of change your name. I mean,
I mean, I've done it.
yeah, I went from Ellie to Cat.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I don't know.
Okay. We're talking about Vinny right now. Okay.
I was going to say, if you wanted to roll a history check again, Kat, this will be more so for the names of the names of some of the individuals in the Starsight camp that might help with this.
That's 26.
26? Okay. You do remember that one of your party went to the tattooist, and her name was Sketch, which, thinking back, is more of a virtue name, given the nature of it. You do also know that there were some other tieflings. There was Howl and Shepherd as well. But from what you know, Howl was just the surname of the individual, and they often interchange between a virtue name and a regular name. And others from the ones that you've met do have like proper names that they use. If you remember actually, the tieflings you met when you were in your backstory,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't have virtue names when they were younger, but when you met them later on, when they got older, they got virtue names. So it is to a certain degree a tradition, but at the same time, not everybody undertakes it.
Okay. Oh, Kat's adamant that number 2 is real. She just genuinely believes that he'd have a dog.
Which
so
one?
it's down to...
Oh, was this one here? Never mind.
So, why Vinny then? Was that given to you, or did you give yourself that name?
You're supposed to ask the questions about things specifically after you guess which one you believe is false.
I think the dog is a lie.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go with that too. Don't get me wrong, I can see him being a dog person. He seems kind of responsible and, seems to have it together, but I don't know. I don't think he had time for that growing up.
Okay. I think the dog too, then.
I mean, we don't all have to agree, I imagine.
No, I think...
Is this a rule of numbers?
It's the rule of numbers, yeah. So at the end of the
Okay,
day, the two of them saying dog would make it dog, but you can say something else and feel correct if it is the case.
I think it's a dad.
Okay.
All right. The correct answer is the dog. Yeah. Sorry, I had no siblings and no pets growing up. After I moved out and fell in with my old crew, we did have a horse called Belle, but that's as close as it gets.
So you said it's kind of been mentioned that you grew up on the coast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was that where you were born? Or?
Yeah.
Nice. What's the sea like?
It's okay. You get used to it, I suppose. It's
I'd like to see it one day.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Tell you what, once we're not dealing with all of our various crises, I'll take you up north. Go sailing. Be nice.
You sure you can handle that much time with just me?
I wasn't necessarily saying just the two of us. Everyone's welcome.
We've all got north at some point soon anyway.
Sounds like a nice plan. Yeah, sounds like a nice plan.
It's fine. Yeah. I'll roll for a random encounter and get a kraken. You'll be fine.
It's alright. The giant mantle will help us.
Yeah. Kraken or a dragon. Yeah.
Just the party's in a little fishing boat and just a dragon erupts out of the water and the party's like, oh, come on.
It's not mine. Just clear that up.
I mean, it could be.
Could be. I'm not gonna.
Charltex went for a swim.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, I've always gotten the feeling that, I don't know why, that you look down on some of us for some reason, but doing this game, it kind of Kind of feels like it humanizes, you know. This game's cool. This game's nice.
I'm sorry if you felt that way.
I don't know what it was. I don't think I had a reason necessarily. I think it's just, I don't know. I see someone who's got it together, I guess, and I maybe want to emulate that, but can't. Get things wrong in the process, and then see you pick up all the pieces, and it makes me feel a bit resentful.
Well, I'm glad you think I have it together. I'm not sure which of the two is less accurate.
Well, I guess that's the point of the game, so we can figure it out.
You do have a stuffy accent.
I mean, maybe that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I guess that's fair enough. It's
It suits you.
it's
I can't imagine him
partly
sounding
it's partly a result of my upbringing and partly an affectation, if I'm being honest.
Ah.
But yes, just by way of explanation, when I left home, I didn't have much to my name, but I knew I would have to do great things simply to survive. So instead of having any past achievements to name myself after, I made a promise to myself for the future and took the name Vindication.
Oh,
But
that
then-
is fire.
But then
That's so
Vinny caught on as a nickname, so here we are.
Damn, dude, like above board, that is so sick. Oh, that's awesome.
And we call you by your full name, Vindication, when you're in trouble.
Yeah, it's definitely not something I'm going to be screaming out in the middle of battle. You know, weapons launching those arrows everywhere. Vindicate! Quick, save someone! Just
I
sounds-
mean, that sounds like a
mouthful.
lit thing to shout in.
In fairness, it could scare the enemy.
Honestly,
Vindication!
I would say so. If somebody ran at me screaming Vindication, I'd go, okay. Just rethink my life a little bit.
They
It
charging
myself.
at us and they'll be like, I'm going to kill you. So, but one thing you haven't prepared yourself for, we have a vindication. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I guess on the topic of, while we're kind of hovering on you for a minute, Vinny, like what do you obviously everything that happened in the catacombs happened. We've got Carvan back. We still need to get Cassius. What's your you want to keep him alive so we can get your memories back?
He's probably connected to all that, so at the very least he can probably explain some stuff. Everything that happened, I knew he was involved. I wanted to believe, I don't know, that there'd been some sort of misunderstanding. He didn't seem capable of any of this, but based on what he was saying and how he was acting, I'm not sure. I suspect when we finally track him down and everything comes out, the truth is going to be painful, but well, I still think we need to find it anyway.
It's going to come out one way or another. You're a good guy.
I'm glad you think so. Thank you.
So, Who's next?
New ship just dropped. I can go next. I think I've got an idea.
You can go for it.
Okay. Kirv's trying to hide her excitement at this. Okay, first. I have a tattoo. Second, my family name is Goldtongue. And thirdly, I have a birthmark in the shape of a bird.
This is tricky because you've said you have a tattoo. Are you saying the tattoo and the birthmark are the same thing, though?
No. See, a tattoo
Okay.
is when someone inks something. onto the
Okay,
skin.
I thought you were trying to
then-
be tricky.
Hmm.
Her name is Goldtongue.
A family
Pretty
name.
sure. Yeah, your family
I'm
name
pretty
is
sure I've
Goldtongue.
heard that before
I've
too.
heard that. I've heard that too.
I can't distinctly remember where I've heard it, so I can't guarantee it was this specific thing.
Is Goldtongue one of those names as well that can change like over time, like with different feats, or is it strictly like first names?
No, it's more of a collective term for our group of tieflings.
Oh, okay.
I think it's rather regal, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
Hello,
Hello,
Harlan.
hello.
Greetings.
Romulus returns from the toilet holding a leek. You may add it to your
Alas.
inventory.
I found a leak.
You went to the toilet for a leak.
Ah, you've been leak spinning in the toilet.
Da-da-da-da-da.
If you would like to speak the
Mm.
two
Oh, shame.
truths, one lie for Romulus, please, Kirv.
Oh, okay. Sorry. The first one is I have a tattoo. Second is my family name is Goldtongue. And thirdly, I have a birthmark in the shape of a bird.
Let's say you don't have a tattoo. My reason thinking is that you serve the Lord of Crows. Maybe there's some kind of destiny and fate interwoven there, that you were born with this mark and like you were preordained to worship this entity. So I'm going to go with you don't have a tattoo.
I don't think I've ever seen a tattoo.
I'm somehow both flattered and offended.
Or the birthmark in that matter. Hmm.
Are we
Make
allowed
more
to ask
sense if you would.
a question?
Sorry,
Okay.
what was the... Sorry, did...
Yeah, sorry, you go on.
Well, I simply wanted to ask, where are the tattoos and birthmark?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Damn!
Just-
Would be really funny if it was like one on each butt cheek.
Her name is a lie. She's just got tramp stamps everywhere.
Look, I did that to my
Is one of
campaign
them a
one
tramp
party.
stamp?
Is that a term from this plane?
What
Sorry,
tramp stamp?
All fiends are tramps.
a succubus sigil.
Ah! You flatter me.
Would be incredible if it were a birthmark, and that was a tramp stamp. Like fate is really trying to push you in a particular direction.
Honestly, yeah, you're preordained to become a lady of the night. Or day. I don't know when you work.
I don't think there is a day in the Hells. I could be wrong though.
No.
Okay, please, guys, there is a child present.
All right.
Oh, don't stop on Mark out.
I believe that the name could be Gold Tongue. That rings a bell.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe you have a tattoo. On the very simple basis that I do not. I have never heard of a tattoo. I feel like you would have mentioned it at some point.
I don't know.
Also-
Did you see how long it took her to get into the game?
No, I didn't. I was getting a leak from the bar.
Oh, that's right. You were taking a leak with the leak.
To be honest, Kirv was very into this game, but she didn't like the last one.
Yeah, it was like initially very, very reluctant to share.
I think I also go with a tattoo.
The
That
Guardian
final
looks at,
answer?
the Guardian looks at Kirv.
Yeah, I'm happy to go with that.
Well, actually, I do have a tattoo,
Ah.
and it's pretty
Is it-
sick. No, I do not have some preordained bird tattoo that means I was destined to serve the crow king.
Laughing
But
like
that's
a
kind of
terrible
lit
idea.
anyway.
Fair
Yeah, I was
enough.
about to say, I
You
was
said-
like, don't
you
be
said your
laughing, that's a
family
bad
worked
idea.
for the crow, so I thought maybe it was like a, that sort of thing.
I'm just
Yeah.
imagining now, like being born with like the face of Bezos,
Oh god.
preordained to be an
Behold, this
Amazon
child has
worker.
the Bezos brand. Quickly to the Amazon warehouse.
Pesos brand.
Oh
Ugh.
man.
Pesos.
No, you know what it is? It's literally just like some freckles, but it's the perfect shape of the Amazon like little smile thing.
Yeah, for
Oh
sure.
no.
Oh god.
That means, Jamie, you must have a domino somewhere on your body.
Could happen.
It's just his nipples look like salami slices.
Yeah.
I mean, they do. They do.
I probably had like
I mean,
a
they do.
sequence of spots that probably look like the dominoes thing at some point. It's just 3 dots, isn't it, really?
I know it might be a bit early, but did we want to take a quick break if, Harlan, you need to get anything like drink or food or anything as you've just gotten back, or...
I just need to like get up to date with what has happened.
Okay. Because I need to take a quick break real quick, because I've run out of tea.
Well, we
it's
can-
absolutely fine
we
to
can-
take a break, but
we
I'm
can
good
catch
to
him
go
up.
whenever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you catch him up. I'm going to take a quick break, because I have run out of tea. So, be back in a moment.
Damn.
Okay,
Get a hot
well,
one.
Kat went first, and she said that she met all the Lords of the Beastlands. She had a sister, and each of her elementals are based off of a member in the party. And the lie was the sister. And then...
So I feel like you would have mentioned.
And then Vinny went.
Which one am I?
Terrador.
Aw.
Takes a hit and has always got my back.
Fair enough.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
Then Vinny
Trying to see
went.
where's our latest Terrador? Like, those aren't really horns, but all right.
Yeah.
Find it funny that that's the thing he's getting hung up on.
On the horns.
Yeah, literally, he's like, well, it's not anatomically
whittling.
correct.
I start whittling some horns to put on Terrador.
Oh,
You're going to integrate these into your structure, or I fucking kill you.
God. I mean,
It's
as
a-
it stands,
And
as it stands at the moment, Terrador could probably grow horns of crystal because he could do that. But we do need to make some horns for Mortar because he's the only one that doesn't have horns now.
yes. So you went first, and who was next?
Vinny went next.
What were the
And
truths and a lie?
I said, my name is a virtue name that I took later in life.
Mhm.
I said that I used to have a dog named Belle, and that my father left home when I was 15.
And remind me what your full name again is?
Vindication Swiftsail.
Okay, so you didn't have a fucking dog then.
Correct.
Okay, fair enough.
In fairness, in hindsight, that was a bit of a weak lie, but it did get canned, so...
That's it, that's what's important.
And it was Kirv.
Mm-hmm.
And we've just established that you have a tramp stamp, but not a preordained magical tramp stamp.
I thought it was a cool idea.
As a genuine question, and you can just say, I'm not telling, but where is the tattoo? Because I don't think we've seen it, and we've seen you get stabbed a lot.
You'll have to get to know me better.
Oh dear.
Go.
Nah, it's chill. If you want to ask in character, that's fine. But otherwise, I'll be passing it over, I think, to Mortar.
Fair. I need to come up with mine.
Quick. Maybe I'll just
Try and
pick
stall
you
as long as I
to rush
can.
you.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, do that.
You've had a week. No, it's chill. I'll pick Mortar. I can overhear a conversation from.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Amy.
yeah, I can hear it too.
stop
Coming
being
back, couples.
nosy.
Oh dear.
Stop being easy to listen into.
I know both would be good. There's good and there's that. Yeah,
All right.
I can go and get.
What should the lie be? Because I can say a lot of truths, but I don't lie often.
Yeah, the lie was the hardest one for me.
I mean, we can't really help. Unfortunately.
That's fine. Well, when there's a time when you're not on a break.
I'm back.
If we can, it just probably would defeat the point of the defeat the point of the.
How deep and dark do we want to go?
As deep and
As
dark
deep
as you
and
want.
dark as Romulus would go.
Yeah.
Did Romulus not complete the assigned homework?
Romulus has had other fucking things on his mind.
That's fair.
I'm going to be doing a self-insight. Okay, I'm pretty insightful.
Did you roll it with advantage?
Oh,
I did.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, obviously I'll wait until my turn, but I've got some ideas for what the two truths and a lie are. It
I'm
just
back.
depends on how self-aware I am, and apparently I'm quite self-aware.
Right.
Okay.
Sorry about that. You're not going to hear me in the kitchen. That's concerning.
Now you're just that loud.
Yeah.
Fair.
Simon, are you here?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. The Guardian otherwise turns to you, Kirv. Well, if with all of them getting it wrong, I guess you get to choose who goes next out of Mortar or Romulus.
I choose Mortar.
Alright. Mortar kind of thinks for a minute. Thinking back to things he probably doesn't really want to think about. Kind of shudders and goes, alright, a few. Two truths, one lie. First one, I don't know my birth family, but I was raised by a prostitute named Rita. Second, I have been running arcane firearms for a militaristic cult through the Plains of Desolations since I was 5. And the last one is I once owned another arcane firearm by the name of White Spider, but I lost it in a bet.
These are some elaborate statements.
There is no world in which I think you did not lose another arcane firearm in a bet. That sounds like the most Mortar thing I can imagine. And if it's a lie, kudos, sir. You have
It's
picked
stung. That stings.
Does it sting because it's true?
I mean, you tell me.
Yes, it is.
I want Rita to be real.
I want Rita to be real, therefore, by the process of elimination, and also the fact it would be quite impressive if you were running, you were like moving arcane firearms at age 5. Saying that, I don't really know how you age, so maybe, but no, Rita is real, as is you losing another arcane firearm in a bet.
He's just
Perhaps
another
its name
version
was
of a
not
human.
White Spider. Oh, you're just a fucking human. Absolutely not.
Yeah, much as it would be cool. I don't know. 5 just seems very young. At least
mean,
if
it
what
is
you're saying
true.
is you were doing it by yourself.
Was Rita helping you?
Rita wasn't good for anything.
Ooh.
Oh no, she was good. She was good people. She just always on my ass about it.
Like trading arcane weaponry?
No. Once you guys have guessed, I'll tell you the deal with that.
Well, I feel like Rita's real.
I feel that's almost pseudo guaranteed Rita existence right there.
Rita is canon.
I'm going with the 5-year-old.
Rita Cannon.
So we gone with the second one.
Yeah.
I would,
Yeah.
I agree.
I never owned another arcane firearm.
Oh.
He has been
I'm
running.
kind of sad now.
He has been gun running since he was 5.
Dang.
Well,
Rita.
I would say that's impressive. That gift you. Sorry, you go on.
No, it's good. Plains of Desolation are, I mean, it's in their name, you know? And, I don't know who my birth family was, but essentially my first memories were, or my first kind of, gathering knowledge as like you're young and everything, is that I was being raised by she was an older lady in a camp somewhere. Pretty much everyone there was just dressed in rags and just barely keeping it together. They were sent out by soldiers trading these arcane firearms, some kind of either terrorist cell or some kind of I don't know, but they were like a unified group essentially. And by the time I could walk, and by the time I could talk, they gave me a wagon, loaded it up with rifles, other munitions, and kicked me into the desert. And I would walk from one camp to another by myself. Rita was kind of the camp plaything. So I was exposed to a lot when I was very, very young. Anyway, I guess last but not least, the Romulus.
Indeed. Well, I suppose the first statement I will make is that the bear you see me wearing was perhaps my first and closest friend. I can feel the weight of trying to take care of everyone in this party slowly breaking me. And despite never knowing my father, I want to be like him. Yeah, we got deep in this one.
Us two were very happy. First three were nice and jovial, for the most part.
What was the
I can
bear's
see.
name?
Just called her Ursa. Not very inspired, I know.
I could see you potentially putting down a friend if it needed. Like if there was no other way to go, you have that stoicism in you.
Let's hope that's not foreshadowing.
I mean,
Sharpened
Do what you
sword
need to.
looking.
You do what you need to survive, don't you?
Indeed.
Why did you kill him or her?
Am I supposed to wait until you've guessed before I say, or?
Fair enough. I'm curious.
I want to say the third.
Yeah, I get the feeling you don't want to be like your dad.
Final guesses?
I mean, given the context of what we know about your family history, being like your dad would have pretty substantial implications.
But maybe we should take a second to just acknowledge that second one.
Yeah, I think that's the lie. Because
No,
nothing defeats Romulus.
Not quite where I was going with that.
I think with
No.
everything that's going on, I don't believe it. I do.
Well, with that, I will say the third one was the lie.
Sorry you feel like you had to emotionally carry this group. That's little collective shit. Couldn't have been easy.
It is not so much the individual weights of your own stories, it's the more contentious nature we have with each other.
Fair.
I can carry the weight of what Cat needs me to be, and I do that gladly. I can carry the weight of being a party member to you all, but I can't keep fighting you the whole way. Can't keep trying to keep things together and prevent everyone from I need
Why do you
help.
feel like it's your responsibility to take accountability for our actions?
Because if you die permanently this time, that is on me.
No, it's not. If I die, that's my choice. I went into a situation wielding this with my friends, knowing that someone could die. That's my choice, that's our choice. These things happen. You lost the bet, you lost your friend Ursa. I mean, you lose people in life, that's life. That shit happens.
Not when I can do something about it.
Sure, you do everything you can, but blaming yourself for shit that goes wrong, I mean, that doesn't fix anything. All we can do is
You just said
pick
it
ourselves
there.
up and
I need to do everything I can. And what I can do is fight you on in certain cases, poor decisions. Sometimes they work out, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes we're arguing, and that leads to all of us, and I do take my share of the blame on that. And that ends with things going poorly as well. We need to work together, and really work together, not just work alongside each other.
we're not going to be one
way
of those
to-
groups that's going to agree on everything. We can't do that. We come from
No.
too many different backgrounds.
It's
But
not about agreeing
understandably.
all the time.
Understandably, we need to. I guess that's the point of why we're here. We need to.
We need to
I guess
understand each
unify.
other.
Yeah.
And more importantly, even if we don't agree, we have to have each other's backs.
What makes you think I don't have your back?
What makes you think I think that you don't?
I will lightly tread on Mortar's toe for being a prick. I think I get where he's coming from. Romulus, that is.
Yeah.
Much as we all might not like to admit it, things haven't been going great recently.
No.
Like, don't get me wrong, we have survived in circumstances where we frankly shouldn't have.
Apologies, my audio cut out for a second there.
We have definitely been fragmented.
If the creatures or entities that you two deal with, and perhaps we all, and any others that may occur, if they could take you over all the time, why wouldn't they? So, whatever
fun.
happens, perhaps, but why would they give up if they could just choose not to? Why would you still be, at least for the most part, in control? I have to believe then that the reason why they don't just take over permanently is that they can't. Is that there is something that can be done to prevent them, or something that they need in order to take control. We've seen it with Cat. Sometimes the creature can affect her without her will, but so often it asks for permission. And when it asks for that permission and receives it, it grows stronger.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as it may not feel like it, that is proof that you fighting against it is working.
Hmm.
Honestly, until this last transformation and meeting that old man, I broke a lot, and I was beginning to wonder whether I still had control. And then that thing at the mountain happened where it controlled me and I didn't even give it any consent, and I was... But apparently I've done better than a lot of others, so I just need to find a way to shut it up. It convinced me I died. I thought I had no out. But yeah, I just... Now, just seeing what's going on with what's happening, I just need to put more faith in you lot. And I'm going to. I'm going to be more honest and going to be more open about things. As I said, sort of like earlier on, I can't do this on my own. I've been trying and it's not working. So, I promise I am going to rely on you more.
Appreciated.
Well, you've made good progress with the first step. If anyone wishes to go again, you may. But now comes the question, I suppose. Do you want to continue with this team building, or do you think that you're ready? Can things be improved further?
I think I would like to expand upon my truths and lies.
By all means.
Ursa, as I'll call her, was a dire bear, as you can see. I came across her whilst I was hunting. She chased me up a tree, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
But eventually, I realized she was defending her cubs, and we eventually gained a respect for each other. I had always known I was not really a part of the village where I was raised. I always knew that my parents had placed me there and I was to learn from the tribe. But as welcoming as some of them may have been, I never felt like I belonged. Things were easy with Ursa. There was a simple understanding there, a primitive yet important connection. Whenever I go into a rage, I do not do so normally, without control, without intent. I do so with the same protectiveness that she had, the desire to defend. A parent's protectiveness. Which ties into my lie. I do not wish to be like my father. I will take on the mantle of Undying Lord if I must, but I could not do what he did. I could not send my children out into who knows where. Allow them to live or die by their own luck. And leave them to fend for themselves without me. All in some game, some strange competition. I do not want to be like him. I will become powerful. I will take on the mantle of Undying Lord if I must. And I will do what I can to protect my family. He looks at Cat here. But I will not become like him. Well, I'm ready if everyone else is.
If I might say, this has been very enlightening for me. I recognize that I have not helped our situation. The only group I've ever really worked with before was my family, and getting on each other's nerves and prodding and poking each other is how we conversed. If it's okay with you guys, I would like to keep going with this. With these trials. And maybe I could bring some of the enlightenment back home, perhaps. Who knows? But I'd like to
sounds
try.
fair.
Okay.
If you all would.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. If you're ready to move on, then I suppose that means you have completed your first step of communication. As the Guardian stands up, you hear the door swing open, you see a Bryn kind of waddle out again, carrying the clipboard. They're all done. And you can all, and for Romulus's, or for Harlan's sake, a Bryn is wearing a bell which allows anything a Bryn says to be understood by all of you.
Excellent. I no longer need to spend an entire minute doing a little dance.
10 minutes even. Alright.
Oh shit, is it 10 minutes?
Yeah, it's 10
Fuck
minutes.
that.
Yeah.
Awful.
Well, if you're all ready, we'll move on to the next one, which is teamwork. Come on! As he waddles up to one of the doors, you watch as he pulls out a key from the same pouch, reaches up onto his tippy toes, turns the lock, and then pushes the door open. And gestures for all of you to go inside.
Might as well.
Hey, teamwork. Our Best attribute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
I'm gonna grab a couple more apples.
as you head into the other room, you note that this room is circular in nature, but you can see along one side of, well, I say one side, one direction of the room, which would be the, I don't know, west-facing side of the room. You can see that there are 4 doors in place. Each of them has a name written on it. You see that it has the name Vinny, Mortar, Kirv, and Romulus. And you can see on what looks to be a plaque on the floor says Cat/Ellie. Please go into your respective rooms. The trial will begin when we are all ready.
All right.
Let's get this over with.
You all go into your respective rooms. As you do, and Cat, you're standing there, the Guardian's standing next to you. You watch as they all go in, and as the final door closes, all 4 doors disappear.
Fuck that.
So, each of you are in a small, well-lit room. Think about the size of a telephone box. Big enough for Romulus to accommodate, so it's a big telephone box for him.
It needs to be a bloody fucking TARDIS.
It's a big telephone box for Romulus. That's why they had to name all of them, because just in case you went in the wrong door. As you all go in, you can't talk to another physically, and as you test your mental connection, you all kind of have this moment of communication, where you hear a Bryn almost talking over what seems to be some form of loudspeaker. Alright, well, all of you should be able to hear Cat, and Cat should be able to hear all of you, but you shouldn't be able to hear one another. Trial will begin shortly.
Oh no, we're doomed.
Oh God!
I would like everybody in Discord to mute the other 3 party members who are in the rooms. So,
Okay.
you do this by right-clicking on their name and clicking mute, which is underneath user volume and invite to join. I will be do this for everybody who is in the rooms, not Cat, not me, and not Sovek.
Okay,
Jamie, you don't have to do any of this, because Jamie, I am going to make you priority speaker for the time being.
Why? This is such a bad idea.
What do you mean? This is fine.
Hope you enjoy your new houses and your new lives. Your
Alright.
ballroom goblins.
Okay,
Yeah, alright, cool.
well, let's test this. If you can still hear people when I get a roll call, you have done it wrong, with the exception of Jamie. So, Dan, please speak.
Hello, I am here. I am present. I'm correct.
Simon,
Hello.
please speak.
Hello.
Simon? He's not speaking. You've done it wrong if you've muted everybody.
Shit. Fuck.
He's doing a great
I was
job.
muted on the wrong thing.
No. You were
I
supposed
was
to bring balance
Doing
to
a
the
whole
force,
spiel
not
about how I thought
destroy
it was
it.
going well because I couldn't hear Dan.
You're doing it so well because you can hear Dan. So, Simon, can you speak, and can anybody else hear Simon?
I can't hear Simon.
Do you need me to say more?
No, that's fine.
Man is vanished.
Rebecca.
Yes, I've been so excited for this whole week, JV.
Why are you singling me
I-
out?
Because I've known, and I know what your job was.
Oh God.
And Harlan.
I fucking hate this. It's great, but fuck you, Chris. This is
Oh.
gonna be chaos.
Oh yeah, this is going to be chaos. This is what I made this for. I tested this puzzle, and you'll be glad to know that the people that I tested it with, who are decent and good at puzzles, managed to complete it in 5 to 20 minutes for both of them. Now, adding this caveat is probably going to make it a little bit more complicated. So, good luck. We have an hour and a half to complete this puzzle. Cat, before you watch as the plaque changes into this, what I have sent you in Discord.
What is this?
This
I see you
is
now have to
what it
describe
has
this to us.
changed to. Yes, and I will be giving each of you your segment. This is going to be really confusing for people who can't actually hear what other members of the party are saying and I'm replying to them, but that's
fucking
fine.
hell.
So, Rebecca, I have sent you your one.
Received.
Excellent. Harlan, I have sent you your one.
Congratulations, it has come through.
Wonderful.
Hate this.
Dan, I have sent you your one.
Thank you.
And I've got to scroll down a bit to get to Simon. There is your one, Simon. As each of you are looking over, or inside of the room where the light is otherwise bright, and you hear this being said, you see appearing on the wall are these symbols that each of you see. You otherwise hear Kat saying, "What is this?" Exclaiming this both in and out of character as she tries to figure out what exactly she has to do. Before you hear Abrin say, "Right, well, once you have figured it out, you'll need to coordinate yourselves. Have fun." And Abrin walks through another door out of the room. The Guardian's standing there with his arms crossed, just looking at the plaque. They went difficult on this one.
Okay. Kat, you need to tell everyone else to be quiet for a moment. I want to establish some things.
Everyone needs to be quiet. Romulus wants to establish some things.
I have in front
he
of
does.
me a number of symbols and their common equivalency. I assume then that you have something that you must now decode.
Okay, he has a number of symbols in front of him, and he assumes that's something I need to decode. I have got a plaque with a lot of symbols on it.
No, you have.
Okay.
You have a plaque?
I
with a
don't
lot
know
of
about
symbols
everyone
on
else.
it,
I have
presumably few of which, or
7
none
symbols,
of which,
each
have
of which
any
correspond to
common.
letters.
Hang on 1 second. Oh my god. This is gonna be hard.
Oh,
Okay, Romulus, finish what you were saying.
we
is great.
have.
I should have
I
gone to the
presume
loo
each of
before I
us
got in
a
here.
list of symbols and their common equivalent, so their alphabet equivalent. You presumably have a paragraph or sentence in front of you written in symbols that do not, or very few of them, have a clear common equivalent. Is this correct?
This is correct. I do have a paragraph with just symbols and nothing else on it.
All right. There are 2 ways in which we can do this. Each of us can attempt to describe each of our symbols and their equivalent common their common translation, or you can describe each one in turn, and then we call out which one of ours we think has that. It's up to you which you would prefer.
Oh, God, this is going to be hard. Okay. So, for everyone thing, if I read out the paragraph I've got, this, I feel like I'm inviting in chaos here. I describe each symbol on my paragraph. If you believe you have that symbol, you can tell me the letter
Okay,
that's
chat.
associated with it.
They
Am I getting
can.
that right, Romulus?
Correct. What you will
Okay.
need to do.
Okay, chat. They otherwise cannot hear me at the moment saying this. That is what Cat sees currently. So keep in mind that that is what Cat has to try and decipher. Enjoy.
Oh,
So there could be an added level of ambiguity here.
Okay, so Vinny's symbols could mean a couple of different letters, Romulus.
Some of them.
Some of them.
Some of them do have alternatives, yes. However, we don't know if those alternatives
too.
are the same.
Okay.
One of mine is I and O, and another is E and O.
Okay. What I'll do is I will read out the symbols as Romulus said, and then as a person replies, I'll say their name and they have the floor to talk. This is Chris. Why?
Before we begin, Jamie, I recommend you go and get some pen and paper.
100%.
I got pen and paper. But I feel like I need an entire notebook.
That's fair. Also, Jamie, you want to know the reason why you're the one with code breaking?
Is it because I suck at Discord?
Yes.
Is it also because if I was the one doing the code breaking, I'd need like 5 of them before I start cryptogramming it?
Also,
Okay,
yes,
we
Harlan.
Which
Which, just for the rest of yours reference, Harlan said that the reason he's not the one chosen is because otherwise he'd start figuring it out ahead of time after he'd start looking at all the symbols.
That's fair.
So I
Oh.
chose the most intelligent party member, who is the one who needs to communicate and work with the team the most, and also the person who is the most inept at Discord, and so as a result, it's best that we have them do as little as possible for figuring this out.
I thought Kirv was the most intelligent member.
Yes, Kirv is the most intelligent member.
Thank you.
How many pages in
Greatest
this
wizard
book
of our
to fill
time.
out?
Greatest wizard of our time, indeed.
Hang on a second. Right, okay. I've got 6 A4 pages. I'm hoping that'll be enough. If
That'll be
you
enough.
need more
Just
than that, I'm
write,
going to bed.
write smaller. Well,
How long is your paragraph, by the way?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 letters. Symbols.
could be worse.
Doable.
And we're trying to make like a sentence out of this.
I guess.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
Notably, you may note that there are distinct gaps between certain symbols to denote the beginning and end of words.
Yeah. Okay.
Good
Oh,
luck.
let's try this. Heaven above. Okay. So, everyone ready?
Mm-hmm.
Not much else to do.
Okay. The first word is 4 letters. The first symbol are 2 upward arrows. So 2 triangles basically within each other without the bottom line.
I think I have that one.
Curve.
It says T/M. So I
T
suppose it could be
slash
either
M.
T or M.
Okay, that's okay, right? Okay, the second symbol is how do I describe that one? It's a right-angled triangle where the bottom line extends out slightly, and then the angular line comes up parallel to.
I believe that's
I have
mine
that
again.
one.
I
It
want to
is-
say
Okay,
it
one
says
second.
H.
Okay,
think
so
it's gonna
Kirv
be
reckons
the-
she has it, and it's H. Okay, and Romulus, you reckon you have it?
Yes, so I have a right angle
Yep.
and a triangle which is rather sharply pointed, and then it comes down and the bottom line of it extends further, and then parallel to the hypotenuse is a shorter line that goes up about halfway up the triangle. Is that what you're seeing?
That sounds correct.
So that one is you, according to my thing. Chris, can we just get a double check that those aren't the same?
Okay.
You make whatever assumptions you would like to.
Okay.
Okay.
Does Kirv have something that is exactly the same as what I have described?
Kirv, describe your triangle thing.
So it's a right angle triangle, and the it shit. It goes up, and then it's like a really steep long line going down, and the bottom of the triangle is quite short, and then there's an even shorter bit next to it, and then it goes back up about halfway up the diagonal line of the first triangle.
Damn, by the sounds of it, you've both got exactly the same symbol. That's fine. This
So-
creates
Do we
options.
have different letters?
U/H.
Yes, you
then.
do. You both
Shit.
have different letters. So I've got U/H. Okay.
We'll do the
I'm-
next one. We'll say
Oh, the next
There's
one.
going to be multiple ways to read this, which is going to be
Is it like an
bullshit.
equilateral triangle with one long line at the top and like a gap in the triangle?
No, the next one is Chris. What is
Chris.
this shape? How do I describe this?
But by any
Difficultly.
chance-
Jamie, Jamie, how
By
many
any chance,
letters are
is
there?
it at all possible that it looks a bit like an old style computer with the bottom right hand corner up from the side with the bottom right hand corner taken out?
No.
Just hearing all of this is
Okay,
great.
You'll get to that one later.
Oh, good lord. Okay. All right. Let's start. All right. So there is. What does L look like? I need to draw an L. Okay. So okay. All right.
Oh, we're
It's
fucked.
Not
Oh,
L
it's
either.
going well then.
You're literally getting a dyslexic to try and describe shapes here. This is bad.
What does an L look like?
I don't know my left and right or what L shape is it.
What?
All right. Okay. So it starts with
Thing.
a
I don't know
small
why.
small L, right? That's kind of hovering in the air. Then it comes at the top of the L. It comes out towards the left at a 45-degree angle. Then comes back upon itself, creating a flat line that goes along the top. And then it has a 90-degree angle coming down, and then another 90-degree angle coming at the bottom. It's a
Hello, it's me again.
Yeah,
It kind of
curve.
looks like a sideways face. Would you agree? Like the nose is the L, and like a protrude. Like,
yeah,
eyebrow.
it could, yeah,
Yeah.
it could be a sideways face.
because that's for me that's an E/R. So I'm starting to think it could be just the word the.
Ah, well, it's 4 letters.
Oh, I thought
First
you
one.
said 3. Then no, it isn't the. Apologies.
I mean, if the 4th one is an M, then it could be them,
Mm.
or THEY, they. Actually, it probably wouldn't make sense if I'm trying to guide you out or something. Okay,
Oh,
the next
I've got one that's supposed to be Y here.
okay,
But-
but the next symbol is basically a Z with a tail.
Oh,
I've got it.
that goes up and then
That's
down
got
at a
it.
45
It
degree
goes
angle?
up and down at 45-degree angle, yes.
N.
Yeah, I've got it.
N. Okay, what have you
Big
got?
Z and the, a little, yeah.
Okay,
I've got
so-
an A/E.
E. Okay, /E. Very amazing. Does that even make a word? THEN then?
Then,
Oh,
yes, the word
I-
then.
I feel like this is gonna be a living nightmare for someone like me. Okay, first word is. Okay.
Apologies, I have a. Sorry, I'll shut up.
No. Go on. What were you saying, Romulus?
I have a. The one that you said had like the little L. Was it a little L? Except it's not an L, and there's like a larger sideways L, but sort of like on its back beneath it.
No. It runs
Okay.
along the side of it.
Cool, it's fine. Just wanted to double check something because
Okay.
I looked at something and saw like, oh, that kind of looks like a nose and a face, and I was like, oh, is that maybe what Kirv was talking about? And maybe it's the same symbol. Or sorry, ignore me.
No, you're good. Okay, so the second letter, or second word,
Word.
first letter is, looks like a 6, but the top of the circle isn't joint. It's a triangle, but the arm on the left-hand top is extended.
Is that with the arm?
Vinny?
Hello. Is that with the arm on the right not
Could
quite
you
reaching
perhaps
it?
describe it as like
Hang on one sec.
A-
Vinny's going first. So yeah, the arm on the right doesn't quite meet the arm on the left.
Okay. Yeah, the left one's too long and the right one is too short.
That is correct, yes.
Yeah, so that on my side is an L.
You've gone L, okay. Right. Romulus, what were you?
I just wanted to, I've got something that could be a 6 if like there was a line connecting, sort of like a 45-degree line to a straight line, like a vertical line. Is that what you're looking at, or I've kind of like got a G without the little cross between, like a capital G without the cross on it. Is that what you're looking at? Or is it different?
No, I think it's different.
Cool. Move on from me.
Okay. I mean, give it to me anyway. I can put in brackets just in case something doesn't add up.
Okay, I'll describe it in the simplest possible terms and just tell me this is what you're looking at. Large L with a horizontal line coming from the top of the L going to the right, and a 45-degree sort of backwards diagonal coming from the bottom back up towards the top.
Okay, the back of your L, is it 90 degrees or 45 degrees to the base of the L?
So it's like the L is like obviously a 90 degrees.
That's
and
not
then...
L.
Okay, cool.
Okay, right. Okay, so... Oh, God, Chris. Okay, the next one is... Okay. Right. To start with, it's an italicized T, capital T, but it doesn't end at the bottom of the T. It comes out at a 45-degree angle going left, and halfway through the line at the bottom, there is another line coming up towards the T at a 45-degree angle. I hope that helped, because that's also just confused me.
Could you repeat that, please?
Okay, so basically it's a capital T leaning to the left.
To the right.
Is it right? It's left.
It's leaning to the right.
Oh. Well. Okay, it's leaning to the right, but the top's going left. Isn't it?
I shouldn't have said anything. Anyway, carry on.
Okay.
Leaning to the left.
Okay, the top. Okay, so it's straight line, a 45-degree angle. Well, it's not even 45-degree angle. Fuck me, what am I even doing of my life? Okay, about a 45-degree angle. It's leaning down to the right, then. And then there's another line going along the bottom, which is to the left of the base of the tail, of the vertical. And then halfway along the horizontal baseline, there is a smaller line coming up trying to meet the top of the T. I don't really...
Is that coming up? Oh, okay. Is that coming up at a 45-ish degree angle?
It is coming up at about a 45-degree-ish angle.
So the T doesn't actually connect. It's got like a blank space between that 45-degree angle and
the T.
Head of the T.
Yes.
And the little arms come down on each side of the T head.
The T head is perfectly flat, straight on the top. It's like one.
Why are we not using this fucking thing to draw it in this, or do we have to
Because you
do that?
can't see each other, so you cannot draw symbols to one another.
Worth a try.
No, I was gonna wait till someone made the mistake and then do damage to you all, but there you go.
As much, but... Okay,
do damage. Oh please.
When you said T, the T head is not connected to the vertical, like the diagonal line, right?
The T head is connected to the vertical of the original T, but the second line that comes up, it doesn't touch.
Okay, then I've not got anything to help you. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to do a quick roll check to make sure nobody's muted themselves by accident. Simon?
I'm here.
Rebecca?
Hello.
We've already heard Harlan and Dan.
Hello.
Okay. Just make sure nobody had muted themselves, because if somebody was saying, "Oh, I've got this," and they weren't being heard.
How do I try and describe this? All right.
So,
We'll try this. Go, Vinny, you go.
if I may ask, there are 4 lines in this, right?
There are 4 lines in total.
And 2 of them are at odd angles.
2 of them are odd angles, yes.
Mm-hmm.
How do I have a way of describing this that might make a little bit more sense. Basically, an equals symbol, but halfway along the top line of the equals, a line comes down and joins the end of the bottom line of the equals. And then halfway along the 3/4 of the way along the bottom line of the equals, coming back towards the left, it goes up at a 45-degree angle but doesn't meet anything. Going right.
Oh, I see the capital T now. Okay.
Okay, Rebecca.
Shut up.
No.
Don't call me out.
No, it's okay. I know I'm really bad at describing stuff. So, go on, Kirv. What you got? Save me from this hell.
So it's so also if you would like to turn your head to the right, which is the one that's the opposite L, in case you need help. It's kind of like a K, but that doesn't help explain it at all, actually. Basically, the letter is E.
You. At this point, I'll take what I can get, you know. Okay. All right.
Better than I could have hoped.
The third letter in the word, okay, is on the top. There is a line, and how do I describe this? It's a 90-degree angle along the top. Is it upside down L? No, it's not an upside down L. Turn an L. Hang on, is that left or right? That's left. Turn an L 90 degrees left. That's the first part of it. Then upside down in the L, is like a U, or a rectangle without the top.
I
Sorry,
think I've got it.
to confirm. Is it like a
Romulus first?
Is it like if you cut off an L on its side, like balancing on one of its tips, and when we say L, is it actually like if you took a square and like cut it diagonally? Is that what you've got?
Yes, that is what I've got.
And then you've got like a little U in the middle of that.
Yes.
That's an F.
Okay, so Romulus thinks he's got an F. Okay. Kirv, what you got?
D.
D. Cool, can't wait. I have to try and make
Just to
words
check
out for it.
the like bucket shape, the like U with like 90-degree angles. It's not like a soft U, it's a sharp.
No,
U.
it is
Yeah.
sharp U. It's a
And
rectangle
it's not
with the top
attached
off.
to the L.
And it's not attached to the L.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, I believe I have that, and it's D.
Amazing. Okay. All right. Amazing. What the hell do I do? I mean, I can describe this how I can see it, but none of you can have any idea what I'm talking about. So,
Just give it a try.
okay. So you see the front of a ship. It has a bit that sticks out at the front of it, and then the rigging comes up off of that. Basically, it looks like that. It's got a line that goes along the bottom, and then there are 2 angled lines that go from halfway and the end of that up to meet parallel with the end of it. I don't know if that helped at all.
Okay, please explain.
Okay, Romulus didn't get it. All right. Okay.
A short line.
Okay, so the bottom line which runs horizontal, is small. It's short. Then halfway along the bottom line is a short angle line that comes up
To the right?
to the right. And then at the end of the horizontal line at the bottom, there is
Left
another
end or
line
right
that runs left end, and there is another diagonal line that runs parallel to the first angled line.
Yes,
I
got
think
it.
I've got it.
Okay,
yeah,
right.
okay,
Romulus
that's
first.
A/T.
A/T. Cool. And then Mortar?
N for I'm trying to think of a word that God damn it.
November.
November, yes. N for November /R
Oh, my days.
for Rusty.
Okay, can I just check my one? Does
Yes,
it look
Romulus?
like someone put an F on its back and really stretched it out?
Yeah, it looks like someone's put an F on its back and just really stretched it out.
Yeah, no. So I'm definitely confident on the A/T.
Okay, right. Alright, we've done the second word, guys. Isn't this amazing? I've only got
How many
1,
words
2,
are there?
3, 4, 5, 6 to go. Hey, Chris, you know how I said it'll probably be January when we do our day spa one session? Yeah, we put this in. It might be February.
What do we
Okay.
have for the first two words?
Okay, so for the first two words, Okay, let's go over see if we
Double
can.
check that none of the letters match up to the ones you've already got.
I will give that a check. 1 second. So the first word that I've got, I have the following letters. So for the first letter, it's either T or M. For the second letter, it's H or U. For the third letter, it's E or R. And for the fourth letter, it's N, A, or E. T-H-E-N.
Is that for the
Romulus?
first one or the second one?
That's for the first one. So that's for the first word.
So
They're
to
the
confirm,
letters that I've got.
T/M,
T/M.
H/U,
H/U, yep, U. Yep.
E/R for Romeo,
E/R, yes.
N for November /A for Alpha /E for Echo for the fourth one.
That is correct. N/E/A. Or A, E, whatever. Yeah. That is correct. T. All I've got is I think it's then.
Yeah. Then
Could
makes the most
theoretically
sense.
be Z, as in THEE,
Yeah.
but then seems much more likely.
Third letter's E/R.
Third letter is in fact Vinny. Yep. Third letter is E/R.
Okay. So it could be turn as well.
Could be turn. T-U-R-N. Okay. Yes. Yes, it could.
It could be turn. It could. Nah, turn's good
Oh,
actually.
Yeah, good turn.
Okay. Okay. That's. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else got any ideas what it could be, or are we happy with them two as an option?
I think those
Vinny.
two are the most likely.
Okay. Sweet. Right. Okay. Then the second word we've got.
I'm gonna be posting these into my chat with Chris. Firstly, so that I can keep track of them, and secondly, so that he's constantly getting notifications that annoy him.
That's wonderful. You bully Chris at your heart's content. Okay. So the second word I've got, it starts with L, has an E. So they're the only two options I've got. So first letter L, second letter E, third letter F or D. F for Foxtrot,
And
D for
T-Rex,
Delta.
turn left. It's turn left.
Okay. Alright. I'm going to go... Yeah, it does actually seem like it could be left. It could be turn left.
Yeah, turn left.
Okay. Alright. Cool. I just did my L the wrong way around. And I'm trying to write. How bad am I about? Okay. Alright, let's start with a third letter then. I'm sorry, guys. This
Third
is going
word.
to be a long one. Third word, yeah. Right. Oh, okay. So, to start with, the first letter in this word is it looks like a T that's fallen over on its back, a lowercase T, fallen over its back. Its arm is out at an angle slightly, trying to meet its toes, if that makes sense to
And
you guys.
there's an upside down U above it.
There is an upside down U above it. Romulus, you go first. What you got?
Which is an A for me.
You've got A. Has anyone else got anything else?
It kind of looks like a headless stick figure holding up like a little upside down U.
Yes, yeah, that is correct. Okay.
Please describe that to others in case they are.
Okay. It looks like, as Romulus would say, it looks like an upside down stick figure holding up a U. Upside down. Very cool. All right. So the second letter. Oh, good lord. I think I know the last one, but the second letter is.
How many letters is in this word? If I'm
3.
Aha.
There's 3 letters in this word. So, I've got. It looks like. Good lord. Okay, that 6 symbol that I described last time. So, flat bottom, one comes up, not quite meeting the longer one on the left-hand side. But, with the longer one on the left-hand side, it then goes horizontally, and then does a 90-degree angle, and drops vertically.
So is it like a triangle?
I might have that.
Right. Okay, so Kirv first.
Is it like a triangle where, like the top right isn't connecting?
It's
And
the...
then the
Yeah. So it's a triangle where the top right isn't connecting, but the top left is
line
extended past.
keeps going, and then
Yes.
it goes into a horizontal line for a
Yeah.
small bit, and then drops straight down back to the baseline.
That is
But
correct.
it doesn't
Yes.
touch the baseline.
That is correct. Yes.
Okay, that's a C for me then.
Okay. So Kirv got C. Okay, Mortar. Did you say you had something?
Yeah. Does it
Wait,
the
C.
symbol kind of look like a sideways crane?
A sideways crane.
Yeah. Does it kind of look like that?
I'll describe it how Kirv described it because that actually worked. It's a triangle where the right-hand side doesn't quite meet the left-hand side on the top, but the left-hand side
Okay.
keeps going, then turns so it's horizontal, and then does a 90-degree, or it's only short, and then does a 90-degree that drops all the way to the bottom.
Okay. I think I might have one.
I'm confident I don't
okay.
have that. I'm
It
not
might be
confident.
an
it's a C.
N for November.
Okay, so Mortar's got N for November. That's fine, because we can work with it. All
The last
right,
one's
then.
gonna be a D.
So the last one, the last one's gonna be a
Maybe a
D.
Y, but
You're
probably
on-
a D.
You're on it. Okay, I believe you're the one that's got this symbol because you mentioned it before. It basically looks like a capital G, but without the vertical
Yeah,
line.
it's a Y.
the end.
It's a Y,
It's a
and there's
Y.
going to be someone that says. There might be someone else that has a D. It could theoretically look like Homer Simpson's foot with just a little bit missing on the top right.
All of the lines
Yes.
at right angles.
All of them except for Vinny. All of them except for the small one on the right. That's at a 45-degree. Well, ish.
Okay. Ish, yeah. Okay, I think I have that, and it is a D.
Okay. Oh, okay. You have a D. Very good. So it could either be any or and.
Yep.
A-N-Y.
Isn't that infuriating? It could be either.
Chris.
It's possible, in fact, that it's both, and Chris is playing a real fucked up game.
Yeah, possibly. Well, I mean, I have a feeling this could be and if it's turn left. I mean, it doesn't make sense to be turn left any. Right, anyway, next word. Because we are going to be here. for
Keep
the
going.
rest
Next
of the
word. Next
week.
word.
Okay, it is a F on its back, and its little arm is pointing towards its head at an angle. That helps. Capital F on its back.
I believe I have that.
Vinny?
So just to double check, it's one vertical line, one horizontal line, and one diagonal line.
That is correct, yes.
Okay. And the diagonal is short
And-
and is pointing towards where it would meet
Yes.
the downward line. Yep. Okay. That is a P on my end.
You have a P. Anyone else have anything resembling that?
Not even a little bit.
Okay. I can't remember who said it last time, but this actually does kind of now make sense. So there is there's
Is it the computer one?
it does look like a computer.
You see exactly what I mean? Like the bottom
yeah,
right-hand
it's-
chunk
it's-
is missing, but
it-
it looks
it-
exactly like a proper old school computer.
It looks like an old school computer monitor. And then
Yeah,
the desk on the wall.
I've got E and L for that one.
You've got E and L. Okay, all right. I'm gonna just provisionally put that down. Okay, so what it is basically an L that has been. Right, it's just an L where it's got an extended bottom line and
It's
the
L that's fallen on its back.
yeah. So it's got an extended vertical, horizontal line, shorter vertical line. But it looks like one, and the symbol that's within the L looks like an old school computer monitor. Cool. I'm going with it's either E or L then. If it's not, I'll come back to that one. Question mark. Okay. Oh, good lord. Okay, alright. Next one is that 6 symbol again, the triangle where the right hand doesn't quite meet the left hand line, but the left hand line's longer. But where the right hand line is shorter, that now comes down parallel to the long one to create a small triangle.
I think I have that.
Vinny?
So it's so like an
I might
italic
have one.
L with a very short bottom line and then a triangle next to it.
It's all one.
Yeah, all
Solid
connected.
symbol.
So the bottom
Yeah.
the bottom line is shared between. Okay, yeah,
Yep. That's
yeah, I have
correct.
that. That's an A.
You have an A. Okay. Right. Romulus, did you have something?
The one you said looked like a 6, like that was like one that doesn't look like a 6 for me. I think so. I don't think it's one of mine.
Okay. And Mortar.
So did you say it was on the left side? It's kind of at an angle, like a line going kind of vertically downwards at an angle, like angling down to the left, and then it goes across horizontally into a triangle within itself.
That is correct. Yes.
Okay, so I got R for that.
You've got an R. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, anyone else? Are we good? Last person didn't ask. Kirv?
Hello.
Okay. I'm gonna go with no then. All right. So, all right. The next symbol. Hang on a second. It's not the next symbol. That's a duplicate. I'm gonna just copy from the last one. Sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
So the last symbol is a capital Z with the best way to describe it at the end of the Z, it's got an erect tail coming
I've
back
got it.
towards itself.
To
Mortar.
clarify,
First.
I've got an A/E.
E, okay. Romulus?
to check, this isn't just that one before with like the capital Z with like
It's-
the
It's
vertical
not. It
line
hasn't.
and then 45
No,
degree angle.
no. It just is a single line coming back on itself,
Yep,
but not
I got
touching.
nothing.
Okay. Kirv?
Hello.
Were you about to say something?
Yeah, I said hate that, as in
Oh,
the
okay.
erect tail.
Yeah, I didn't know how else to describe it. It
That's
works.
all right, mate.
Um,
How's it
I
going?
mean- no, don't ask me questions. I can't handle that. I don't need questions. I need a break. Oh,
You aren't getting one.
okay. All right. So for the last. Okay, so for the last one, that word, I've got the first letter P, second letter E or L, third letter A or R, fourth letter C or N, and fifth letter A or E.
Please run that by me again.
Okay, so I'll run it by you again. First letter P, second letter E or L, third letter A/R, fourth letter C/N, fifth letter A/E. I need more paper. You're not gonna believe this. Okay,
Place.
Okay.
Romulus
that-
has got place.
Yeah,
Could be
that's what I was
peace,
gonna say. That would make
but-
it turn left and
Place.
place so far.
Okay, so
Oh no, I haven't.
Possibly.
No, I haven't. Hold on.
Probably with. There's
I
probably
haven't,
at
never
least
mind,
something
sorry.
else to do.
Okay, that's right.
Alternatives are peace,
Yeah,
Plain.
Peace, plain, place. Okay. Okay, I'm inclined to go, or yep, turn left and
Left and
place. Okay, the last. Oh, the next word is a single letter.
The
I'm
next
gonna
word's a
guess.
single letter.
Yep.
Just
So
have
it's not a
cat
word.
like turn.
It's gonna
We
be
have
in
cat
A.
actually turn left and take a look and see what there actually is.
I'm just sweating at this point. All right. Okay. The first thing is it's a capital M with a U underneath it or in it.
I've got it.
Right. Mortar.
Okay, dokie. It's an A.
Okay. An A kind of makes
No,
sense.
sorry, just A.
Right. Cool. Anyone else got anything that looks like that?
Nothing.
Sweet. Wonderful. The second, or the, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The sixth word. Okay. The first one is something we've already done, so it's either H or U. I need more paper. How am I running out of paper? Oh no, I've just thrown my pen across the living room.
This is going swimmingly.
It's all going wrong.
I'm stressed.
I
I'm
think
having
he means his
English.
quill.
No, I went to the future for this madness.
Cat through a quill.
Okay. So the first letter is the second one of that, so it's either H or U. Oh well, this pen's got nicer ink. I can actually read it easier. Okay, so the
Is that
next.
the last word, by the way?
No, we've got 3 more after this. I am so sorry. We're in for a long night.
Is it 2, 3, 4 in the number of words left? Like the number of letters?
2, 4, 4. There's the number of letters left in the last 2 thing. This one, this one's also been done.
Do you
too.
reckon?
3. That is an.
Turn left and place a hand on back wall, front wall, something like that. So left wall or back wall.
Okay, possibly. I'll let you know in a second. Honestly, I needed a secretary to help me with this madness. Right.
Chris,
Okay.
if I worked it out, send me a sign.
Send him the sign.
I ain't sending you squat.
Okay. All right.
You do what
I
you
always
want.
have a GIF at the end if it does turn out that I was correct. After we know.
I mean, if you want to perform the action, you can. See what happens.
I feel like we've all got to do it at the same
Tell I'm
time.
talking right now.
Okay. Right. So the last symbol, because everything else has actually been duplicated here, which is very useful. Basically, it is. How do I describe this? All right. Where do I start? It looks like a capital D, right? But where it curves on the end, the top comes down, just keeps going. And the bottom line doesn't connect. I don't know if that helps. I can give a better description if you want. So, better way to describe it is... I don't know where to start with this. Right. Okay. So the line. We're gonna go from the end. So the line starts on the bottom. It comes up, going left at a 45-degree angle. Then it tapers out on a horizontal line. That then goes, and it's quite a short line. That then goes at a 90-degree angle going vertical, followed by a 90-degree angle going horizontal back upon itself. And then there is a small 45-degree line trying to meet the original 45-degree line going vertical.
I might have it.
Mortar, save me from this hell, please.
No worries, man. I got you. So N for November /R.
N/R. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, give me 1 second here. Try and work this nightmare out. And next time we do one of these, I am not being the spokesperson. I will lose my hair.
We'll have to teach you how to do Discord then.
Well, I'm not learning Discord either. Okay, so what
You have
I've
to choose
got
one or the other,
going on-
Jamie.
I refuse. What I've got is the words is 4 letters. I've got HUANRFD. I think it might be hand.
Could you say it again, please?
So H or U, A, N/R, and then F/D.
And
N/what?
Right, so we've got hand. Hey, I've got. Well, hand is something that's been screamed out. So it'll be. I'll read it out so everyone can hear it one last time. First letter is H or U. Second letter, an A. Third letter, N or R.
Oh.
Fourth letter, F or D.
So hard. HARD.
I defy
Okay.
you to find another word in there other than hand.
Hand or hard is all
Well-
I'm seeing there.
Well, 2 other members of the party got hard.
Well, I know
Ooh.
we did. Yeah, but
And for a moment, I was worried this was going to be an abnormal session.
hard is another word that does work, but also, come on now. It's hand. Place a hard.
I couldn't have set that up better myself.
Oh.
I'm being set up here. Okay, the third to last word has 2 letters. First one looks like it's a T, where the 2 sides of the top of the T come down vertically, and the main baseline of the T is a triangle. Triangle?
Oh, so... Pardon, sorry. So it's
Oh.
a triangle with
Really?
a table on its head.
Literally, yeah, it's a triangle with a table on its head. Wow, you described
Okay.
that so much easier. Why can't you just be doing this?
Because it's funnier if you do
Okay.
it.
It's up
Yes,
to you.
I have that. It's an I or an O.
An I or an O. Okay, and the second one is something that's already been done. It was the first word of the second, which is L. I O. L. That don't seem right. Well. Okay.
Okay, what? Could you describe the shape again?
Okay, so the shape for the first one is basically a triangle with a table on it, on the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking sick
And
of these
the-
triangles.
So am I, trust me. I'm gonna have fever dreams of this madness. And the second one is that 6 symbol again. Where it's the left hand one is longer than the right hand upright but doesn't quite touch. Which I believe we got an L for it.
Yes, I have that one. It's an L.
Okay. So we've got it's like the first letter is I or O, and the second letter is L.
Something's not right there.
No, that's what I thought. Something doesn't seem quite right.
Chris, can you just double check that you haven't accidentally
No,
fudged
I
a symbol
haven't.
somewhere?
I haven't. I
Okay.
foolproofed this by running this by some playtesters, and it's not me who's
Okay.
made the mistake.
Thought as
Ah.
much.
A mistake has been made.
Okay, interesting. Could you
Okay. It can't be L
describe the
because there are
symbols
no
then again?
words that are 2 letters that end in L, except et al. But that would be a very specific circumstance,
Wouldn't
and we're
logic
not
just dictate
talking about
it's
writing
just
a
letter,
thesis.
you know, it's just like
All right.
TO.
I will just describe the letters again, and we'll see what we come up with. The
Just
first
the
one.
last one. The IO is probably right.
Okay, the last one is a triangle, right?
Mhm.
Basically an equilateral triangle, where the left hand upright is longer than the right hand upright, and the top doesn't touch. It looks like a 6.
I mean, I might have something for that.
Okay, what have you got, Mortar?
I've got an N for November.
You've got an N potentially.
Funny
In.
that.
Okay, so that's
Or
that.
on.
Okay. Or on. Okay. Okay, we've got in or on then. On. Okay. Oh, this is gonna take. All right. Second to last word, and I will.
I'll give it that one.
I've-
In/on either works.
Okay. Second to last word is the G that Romulus had before. Romulus, you're gonna have to help me. I can't. I'm looking for
Y.
Y. You got a Y. Okay. So we've got Y.
Does the last word, does it have 2 that both could mean E in the middle?
No, I don't know.
No,
I'll
never
get
mind.
back to
Okay,
you.
Focus on it. Focus on it.
Okay. The
One
second
at a
letter is a C with a smaller back to front C kind of facing it.
I think I have that.
Vinny?
That's an E or an O.
An E or an O. Okay. Does anyone else have a large C with a small C facing the inside of the large one?
Oh, you
It's a
motherfucker.
bit like a coffee cup where the line that would connect the
That is
mug to
correct,
the
yeah.
handle is missing.
Yes. Okay. No, right, cool. Alright, the next one is okay. It's a equilateral triangle, but this time the right hand line is longer than the left hand line, and they still don't meet at the top.
Might have it.
Okay, Kirv.
So is the longer line like almost double the length of the left line?
That is correct, yes.
Okay, that's an O/U.
An O/U. Okay. Does anyone else have something like that? Very good. Alright then. This one I have seen, which is fourth letter. 1, 2, 3, 4. A or R? Or R. Okay. Okay. So if everything has gone correct so far, the second to last word, it starts with Y. The second letter, E or O. The third letter, O or U. Fourth letter, A or R.
Your.
So it's your.
Sounds like
So
you're.
we've got your.
I will say, my take on it would be turn
Place
left and
your
place a hand on
on
your head.
door.
Okay. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
Your or a very illiterate.
Head
you.
might not be the last word,
With
but
2 O's.
that's what I'm currently thinking.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll do the last one. Thank God. We might actually finish the session. Oh, dang. All right. It is a.
Yeah, but
Best way to describe it is a T that's fallen over on its back, and again, it's trying to reach with its like arm, trying to reach its toes, but then at its elbow, the arm runs parallel with the feet.
I love these narratives. It's great.
I hate this. I'm so.
So I believe I have that.
Vinny. Okay.
Just to double check, that is a long horizontal line
That's correct.
connected to a long vertical line
Yep.
and to a short diagonal line.
Yep.
Which connects to a short vertical line.
That is correct.
Okay, that is H or T.
H or T. I mean. Okay. That. I hate the fact that Romulus may have actually just guessed this. All right. Okay.
Puzzle guy.
True. Because the second letter is an E. Because we've already done that one. It's that M symbol with the U underneath it again, which I think was an A. If I recall rightly. Who had the M with the U inside it?
I did.
Right, Mortar, it's you. It is an A, right?
Yeah, it was an A. Yeah.
Okay, and the last symbol. Boy, howdy, we're coming to the end. It's a capital
D.
L with a C sitting on its lap. Backwards.
I've got that.
Mortar, please, tell me it's a D.
It's a D.
It's a D! Okay, I'm turning left and placing a hand on my head. I don't have hands,
Everyone
technically.
turn left and place a hand on your head.
Yeah, everyone. Everyone.
So say it.
Turn
You're the
left.
only person we can hear.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. Everyone, turn left and place a hand on your head.
I do so.
Okay.
Okay, I will do this.
I will too.
Okay.
Do I have to roll to see if I actually turn left or right, as I don't know my left or right?
Everybody. Everybody turns left and places a hand on their head. As you all simultaneously facepalm, you all
Okay.
watch as a door appears in front of you, and you may leave your chambers as you have correctly deciphered the code. Well done, everyone. That was great fun to watch.
I feel I
Damn
lost
you,
about
everyone.
5 years of my life.
Especially since I had both
Yes.
of the playtesters watching this. It was great fun.
Uh,
And they were laughing at the descriptions, and they were also fine. And one of them came in and was like, "Wait, so they've got this letter wrong?" And I was like, "Yes,
hang
they
on a sec.
have." And then
Chris,
it was like,
before you
"Oh,
carry
it's
on,
perfect."
right? Can they all unmute themselves?
Oh
so they
yes,
can all
okay.
interact?
Thank you for reminding me. Everybody, please unmute the people you have muted.
Okay.
We will do a roll call
Oh.
check to make sure everybody can hear everybody afterwards.
That was hell.
That was great.
Like, that was-
That was
wish
very
it
well
was
done,
the
everyone.
you. I really wish that I had been the you. That would have been so much fun for me.
No, I know. There's the reason I didn't make it you, Harlan, was because you figured it out before the last two words had been given, and you couldn't see them. You couldn't see the
Yeah.
code. And the fact that
Yeah.
you were making these guesses meant that I immediately went, I'm glad I didn't put Harlan in this position.
Yeah, it's fair.
Chris, can you
I
pass
do
the
these
full-
for fun.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, that was what I had to work with, and I was like, oh god, this is like a dyslexic's worst nightmare.
Yeah. But there's also Cat trying to tell everybody what to do, which is funny. I am going to give everybody inspiration for that because that was a fun puzzle and I did enjoy watching it and hearing it. So everybody make sure you get
Apologies if I
inspiration.
did talk a little bit much, but I couldn't hear anyone else, so, you know.
Believe it or not, it was fine. It was fine. It was just the amount of times I'd go, and anyone anything? And then everyone would be silent for like a couple of seconds. But then everyone would talk at the same time, like, God damn it!
It was
all
great.
in unison.
It was
so well.
It was surprisingly well organised with as little chaos as possible, which was great.
I take full credit for this.
Yeah, I've got to admit, the calling out the names was actually a good call. Right, we've finished your hellish trial. Cat's now nervously eating apples. By the way, one of them stuck to a tendril, so that's a bit of an issue.
It should be noted, Romulus had nothing to do with this in terms of like sorting things out. This is all Harlan. Romulus's brain is going, this is what I've got, Potato Man.
Okay.
Well, seeing as Rebecca is quickly be right back, I am also going to quickly be right back, so I'm going to go refill my water bottle. Won't be long. But when we get back, I will introduce you all to the next room and possibly the next trial. We'll see if we have enough time for it. At the very least, we might get through the first little bit of it.
If you want to give Harlan his own puzzle to do, Harlan would be very happy with that.
Oh, don't worry. This will be a group puzzle after this.
Yay!
Yeah, so we
puzzle. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
This is,
and we'll do a roll call when we get back. So I'm going to quickly be right back.
For anyone who's still around, how you doing?
Dan notoriously hates puzzles.
So do I.
I hate them so much.
So do I.
I literally do cryptograms, which is like this, but like you just get a few letters and you have to work them out from like context clues rather than like having any symbols for fun. I also do escape rooms, so this is a dream come true for me. I would do this every day if I could.
You do bad puzzles. I see. Interesting.
Bad puzzles? What do you mean?
I definitely think I need to lay down after this. Luckily, my safe is a recliner.
What are good puzzles to you, Simon?
I don't know. Ones with less guessing. Takes all the fun out of it.
It's not guessing. It's basically making use of your knowledge of the English language and then using that to work them out.
It's guessing if you don't know for certain that it's definitely the correct answer. As in, you can say any other potential answer is wrong.
That's what makes it fun, though. The fact that you can, you need to narrow down what you know and what the context it has in the sentence as a whole to come up to the correct answer.
Really depends, I guess. But I don't think that you can say that a puzzle is solved if there's any other potential answer.
I mean, to a certain degree, I get you, but you've got to remember, I'm doing these, and then there is a right answer. Like, sure, you could fit things in there, but they are generally like they're like a quote, so there is one correct answer.
Oh,
welcome back.
I can take the code off the screen now. Just waiting for Rebecca to get back now. Has everybody unmuted their fellow party mates?
I have unmuted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The only person muted currently is Rebecca, and that is Rebecca's own doing.
Yep. Yeah, when she
Kirv
gets
has
back,
just gone
we'll
brain
describe
dead
it.
from trying to puzzle.
Yeah. She hasn't come out of her room yet. She's just lying there.
Face down.
Face down. Instructions unclear. Unconscious.
Oh, no.
Didn't say how hard to put hand on head. Whack.
I'm back, sorry.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Okay, and everybody has. So I'll do a quick roll call here, just to make sure everyone's unmuted. Cat.
Yeah, I was never muted.
That's true. Mortar.
Here.
Kirv.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Vinny.
Hello.
And Romulus.
Hello, and everyone heard each other, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Hopefully
Yeah.
so. Okay. As you all exit your respective chambers and enter into the next room, the room you move into is very different from the previous one you were in. The previous one was minimalist, had very little decoration. As you move into this one, you enter into what could only be described as maybe a respectably small ballroom. Large enough that you could house maybe 20 people dancing at once, but by no means is it a small chamber. Or by no means is it a massive chamber, sorry. You see that the floors are otherwise a very well taken care of wood. You can see there is decorations around the room in different alcoves and areas. The bits that stand out is that there are what look to be 5 pillars in alcoves along the edges of the walls. Notably, these pillars stand about 15 feet tall and are separated by one another. What I mean by that is the bottom of one, or the top of one is the bottom of the next one, but it is elsewhere in the chamber in an alcove along the wall. Meaning that this chamber goes up for almost 100 feet.
What's an alcove?
A small
nook,
indent in a
cranny.
wall.
Okay.
And the pillar is otherwise within that. As you look at,
So,
as you get a general look at
to
them, they're different in some way or another.
To understand, does that mean that they're around the room?
Mm-hmm.
The top of one is where the bottom of another starts, so some of them are floating?
They're all in alcoves in the wall, so they could be moved, say.
Right, yeah. Right. Like, what I mean is they aren't, like, on...
No, they aren't on top of one another.
Okay.
No.
Understood.
And in the centre of the room, you see a Bryn standing there. He doesn't have his clipboard anymore. Instead, you note he is carrying a baseball bat over his shoulder.
Oh, fucking hell.
Right. Looks like you've completed communication. You've been truthful with one another, showing teamwork. Now to make sure that you're all taking responsibility for what and who you are. Let's begin. I'd like everyone to roll for initiative, please.
No, God, no. Alright,
I
I
don't
cast
want to take
elemental detonation
I've
on
been
him
looking
multiple
for a
times.
new handkerchief.
Good luck! I'm invincible in my own chamber.
Anti-magic?
Give it a try and you'll see what happens.
I hit a Bryn with the good suck leaf.
So,
That would be fucked if that worked.
25 plus.
Oh, I completely forgot to roll. I was too busy. Sorry. Let me roll.
Hold on.
Mhm.
Trying to remember what it was. Yeah, 36.
Cool.
Oh,
Good.
25 to 20.
I'm 21.
22.
Ooh, nice. 20 to 15. 15 to 10.
A respectable 13.
Kirv?
A respectable 4.
Cool.
Respectable.
A Bryn is going at 18. So. Let's make sure that this is all in the correct order. Wonderful. So, top of the initiative. There is no map for this. Assume that you can reach any edge of the chamber within one movement, I will say.
Okay.
So, Vinny, you're up first. As you otherwise look around the chamber, you see a Bryn standing there holding the bat in place, very much ready seemingly, to lay into you all.
Okay, so just so I'm understanding the layout of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 7 pillars laid into
5.
alcoves in 5. Okay, didn't know where I got 7 from.
No, that's fine.
The top of one is level with the bottom of the
Next.
next. They're all on different walls.
Yes, so here's what I will do. There you go. So
Okay.
that is a general appearance of what the room looks like, each of them within their own alcove.
Mhm. And they don't necessarily go one after the other in terms of height order.
Not necessarily, no.
Okay.
You do know that they are all distinctly different with different carvings and setups.
Okay.
And there's 5 of them, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Funny that.
Funny indeed. Whatever could this be?
I think we have to put them in order of who's tallest.
I think maybe look at the carvings and see which one aligns to who, and then get whacked
And then
up
put
there
them
by
in
the
order.
fucking hamster.
I am a ferret! I will use his legendary actions before Simon takes a turn.
Right. Okay. You said this room was like 100 feet tall?
Somewhere about there, yeah. It's a tall room.
Yeah. Okay. And the pillars look like they can be moved.
Quite possibly, yeah.
It's going to be a hell of a climb. Okay. May I inspect the highest pillar?
The one at the top?
See if I can make anything out. Can I see it well from here? I guess I
Not from
probably
here,
couldn't.
no. It's a bit difficult to see. For reference, each of these pillars are about somewhere between 10 and 15 foot tall each. So
Yeah.
you're looking at the very least like 50, 60 feet up. So it's a bit difficult to get a good look at it. You can make a perception check if
Okay.
you'd like.
Could I make one on the lowest first?
Yeah, you go up to the lowest. I will give you a general description of it. Looking at the pillar, it seems to be carved from what looks to be a simple hardwood of some form. Quite possibly a cherry vibe to it, you're not entirely sure. Kind of a little bit of red tinge to it. You look at the carvings on it. It is very tribal in nature. You see that it has what looks to be these kind of thick bands, sharp markings, very what you would expect of a tribal language. You see what looks to be 2 large sets of horns coming out of what looks to be a figure of a bull.
Oh, I wonder
I
who that
wonder.
could be.
Obviously, Mortar.
The one without horns.
Yeah. This is his initiation. He's getting them.
Just gonna jam him on, drill holes in his head.
Okay.
Hardly the worst thing that happened.
Who needs disguise self when we can just put some horns on you?
Yeah. Don't want to discount the possibility that there's some clever trick to this puzzle, but it seems likely that it's about as complicated as it looks.
We got to move them to be on top of each other so that we can like climb it or something.
Dunno.
Gets on who?
Well, for the moment, I'm going to call out Romulus. I'm pretty sure this one is yours. If there's anyone who can get up higher, could they maybe have a look at what the other ones look like?
Sure.
On it.
Does that end your turn?
I feel like I should do something about the...
I would say don't attack the ferret unless the ferret attacks us.
Yeah, we'll find out.
If we get insta-killed by the ferret, we deserve to go down.
Okay. Can I hold an action to attack if I get attacked?
Okay. End of your turn. The ferret is going to use one of his 5 legendary actions to use Frenzy Ferret, as he's going to rush towards you, Vinny, and is going to take a swing with his baseball bat. You may make an attack in response.
Wait. How close? I'm within 5 feet. I can
yeah.
intercept.
Okay. So that reduces damage or makes it disadvantage?
Reduced.
Okay.
1d10 plus 4 reduced.
Alright, go ahead and roll for that.
Damn.
We've got to hit first, right?
That is a 25 to hit.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah, that'll fucking
First hit, yeah.
Wait, is that D8?
No,
That's not
D10s
D10, is
are
it?
the green ones.
Green ones.
Alright, go ahead and roll,
Want me
Vinny.
to roll for
Sorry.
my attack first?
Yep.
Fuck.
Or do you want to roll for his first?
I've rolled for his. What was the reduced total?
It'll be 7.
Okay, we'll
Reduced
get to that in a
7.
mo. Vinny, if you would like to go ahead and roll for your attack, please.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna need to do better than that.
You take a swing at the ferret as he otherwise ducks underneath it, whacks you in the ankle with his baseball bat. You take...
Damn it.
Okay. How much did you reduce it by? Kirv?
7.
7? You take no damage.
Nice.
As he otherwise shouts out,
Okay.
"Stop figuring it out so quickly! This is supposed to take you a while!" Alright, Mortar, it's your go.
Mortar will cast Levitate.
Really
Uh,
functional, get used to it!
The ferret is going to attempt to use his domain counterspell. He has to roll for this regardless,
take this
even though
ferret.
Levitate is a 2nd level spell. I will roll this above on the board because...
Is that the end of... Is that like a legendary action or is that the end of its turn?
No, that's his reaction
Just
used.
his reaction.
Has his turn ended, technically?
What do you mean?
And this is the... As in, has the ferret's turn ended? And now it's
no.
using the action not on its...
The ferret's turn is after Cat's, but because nobody was surprised, he starts with his reaction.
Okay. Sorry. I'm just trying to work out, like, what's... Yeah.
Okay, that was a 5. He does not successfully counter your levitate.
Lovely. So are all of these in... Are they in height order? Like, where one ends, another one kind of is raised up.
And
essentially?
then that's the base of it, yeah. So they're all aligned
Okay.
to a certain degree.
Okay,
This
so
one's the highest.
and they're about 15 feet high.
About 10, 15 feet high,
So
yeah.
this one's okay. So this one's on the ground. This one's about 15 feet off the ground. This one's about 30.
Yeah.
So on and so forth. Okay. All right then. I will levitate and begin to fly over to this one here.
That
Well,
one
I'll
there?
use my movement first. Cast levitate. Yeah.
Okay, movement first, casting levitate. You go over here. You get a look at this one, and you see, strangely enough, as you're looking it over, you see kind of similar in a tribal nature. You see the markings otherwise thick and jagged in places, with what looks to be the iconography of a fox on the surface of it.
Box.
This one seems to be almost like a slightly orangey tinged wood, quite possibly like a rich mahogany sort of coloration.
I mean, this is giving Mortar, I think.
It is giving Mortar
I was-
vibes.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
I would go and
Unless-
have the
unless-
offer of Vinny
Unless you're
sneaky.
feeling very foxy,
Well, how
Vinny.
I was gonna say
tribal
Vinny.
is
I was gonna say-
Vinny?
I was going to
Well,
say
he's
Vinny.
from the
because he's cunning.
Beastlands.
Oh, is he? I'm sorry.
He's also incredibly cunning as well. And foxes.
Oh,
are
yeah.
So,
Mm.
He is very foxy. I'll give him that.
so I'll say to Vinny, I think this one's for you. How much more levitate movement do I have?
Levitate movement is 20 feet, so you'd have about, given you'd have to use some of it to get over there, I'd probably say you've used up all your movement for the action and movement.
Okay. I will. Oh, in fact, actually, I'll bonus action use my teleport to teleport onto the next one.
Okay.
I'll take a look and see what's on that.
Okay, you teleport up to the next one, and you see, getting a better look at this one. Hold on. You see this one is more elegant in design. You see that there are thinner lines. It seems almost comparably elvish, very flowy, very natural. But the thing that you know is what looks to be the main figurehead is that of an owl.
Okay. So we got an owl on this one here with some elven kind of writing and stuff. So I'm gonna guess this one's for.
Maybe a
I
cat?
was gonna say for cat. Yeah.
No, I think the fox is cat.
Oh,
Do you think you're
Oh,
the
I think it's. I'm not
What was
certain, but I think this is enhance ability.
ooh.
Oh.
Ah.
So isn't it,
Wait, no.
Fox is cunning, bull's strength, owl's
Yeah,
wisdom.
so strength, intelligence for the fox, wisdom for the owl.
Okay. So I will then use my hold on a minute.
So you use your action, bonus action, and movement, so you're done. Now.
Yes.
Okay. End of your go. Legendary action, Ferret Frenzy. It's going to go for you, Kirv, and is otherwise going to shout, "Don't get in the way!" I'm assuming that a 13 doesn't hit you.
Yeah, no.
He otherwise hits the arm and he's like, maybe the squishier targets first. And you see his eyes kind of burn bright red as he looks towards Cat.
Oh.
Cat, it's your go.
See what that gets you.
I'm going to put full faith that Romulus is going to be able to just sort of protect me, so I'm kind of hiding behind Romulus after that glare. And I am going to look through Jeff's eyes and check out the last two totems.
Okay. Jeff otherwise flies up. So it's your bonus action to look through his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
No, it would have to be your action to look through his eyes and bonus action, to...
through his eyes.
Yeah, to look through his eyes. And you're currently blinded and deafened and you can't switch back until your next turn.
Yep.
Okay.
Which is fine.
The fourth one, as Jeff is flying up, you see that it is distinctly what looks to be, again, another very elegant one and has what looks to be the iconography of a cat on the surface of it, while the last one is very regal in design and seems to be that of an eagle.
Okay.
I'll relay that.
So, eagle is charisma, fox is intelligence, owl is wisdom,
Cat Dex.
bull's strength is cat's dex. Yeah. So who has the strength and the dex and all of those?
Well, you have the strength.
I'm definitely the strength. That one's taken off the board. We know that's taken. Intelligence pretty much has to be cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kirv, but it ain't happening.
She can try.
Vinny, are you is it you or Mortar that's best at dex?
I mean, my dex is 20, but I think Mortar is the best contender for wisdom.
I was going to say I might be the best contender for charisma.
Okay, what's your charisma score?
My charisma. I could be wrong, to be fair. I could be absolutely. Oh no, actually, I'm a 16 in charisma.
Okay, and your wisdom?
My wisdom is 19.
Okay, you're the wisdom. You're the owl.
That's hilarious.
Kirv, what's your charisma score? I'm going to say 17, 18?
19.
Fuck
Yeah,
yes.
higher than
You're
yeah.
going to be the eagle. And then Vinny, your dexterity.
20 dex is probably the cat.
Yeah. Okay. No, cat's the fuck. I get you. I get you. Right, so I'm first pillar. Cat, you are going to be second pillar. Third pillar was the owl. That's going to be you,
That's
Mortar.
me.
So you're where you need to be. Vinny, you're going to be at what's the fourth one? Yeah, fourth one. You're going to need to get up to there. And Kirv, you've got to be at the top. So,
Okay.
Can I
Romulus,
need help?
believe that's your turn.
Mortar, Vinny, Kirv. Everyone get that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Cat, I
Thank you,
believe
Kyle.
that's the end of your turn. Cat.
Nope.
Alright. Legendary action. Ferret's going to come over to you and is going to make a swing with Ferret Frenzy.
Unfortunately, no.
What do you mean, no?
Just no. If this attack is going to hit, I'm going to Cloud Rune it.
17.
I have other.
No.
17 hit.
He otherwise takes a
No,
swing
it
at you, whacks you, and is like, looking around, trying to figure out what to do here. As it moves to his turn.
Now, does that mean technically I'm able to make use? Oh wait, it moves over to the ferret's turn.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not making use of a reaction. Then I'm saving it.
Okay. A Bryn otherwise looks at you, Cat, and goes, maybe I was wrong.
Yep.
Maybe you're not the squishy one. I wonder. Let's see.
You can try and hit me if you like.
He looks at you. Maybe. About the right height. He's going to take, he's going to use his multi-attack 4 to make 4 attacks against you.
Fine.
19.
A 19 will hit.
Okay. Are you letting it hit?
Yeah, no, I'm letting this hit. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Everybody takes 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rude.
He is then going to make his second attack, which is a 21 to
Okay.
hit.
Okay, that would hit. Let me just see what I can pull off here. I've got a couple options now, so I'm trying to work out which one is the most effective.
If you want to Cloud Rune this, I will say that he ends up hitting himself with his own bat. Because he can't... here's a hint. He can't take damage. He is immune to damage in this realm, so...
Okay.
I don't mind him hitting himself with his own bat. Because it's funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
I do think I'm going to Cloud Rune this one. On the very simple basis of I want to see what happens. For this one specific situation, I'm gonna beat someone's attack back at them.
Okay.
Just to say I did it.
He otherwise swings the baseball baseball bat against your ankle for the first strike, and as he goes to make the second strike, otherwise lifting it up, very much hoping to kind of clock you in the nads, you kind of go, nope, and Cloud Rune that away as it whacks him in the head, and he's like, ah! Alright then. He's gonna make his last 2 swings against you.
Fair enough.
12 will not hit, and a 28 will hit.
Funnily enough, that one will manage to hit.
You take... Ooh, everybody takes 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
Um,
I can take the hits, but unfortunately everyone else can't, and that's bullshit.
what do you mean?
I need to make a concentration check for levitate.
Nope. You're not the one directly taking damage,
Okay.
so I'm not going to penalise you in that way.
Okay.
Oh, I also forgot I was supposed to make the attack with advantage against Cat earlier. Because she was... Oh no, because that was before you'd had your turn, wasn't it? Or no, that was the end of your turn I made the attack against you.
Oh well, too late now.
Yeah.
Well, I've rolled again and it was a 27, so... Cat... Everyone...
Yeah, I mean, all that would have happened is I would have used Cloud Rune on it.
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
Then we would have got, and then I would have just got hit again.
Yeah, so everyone takes 3 points of bludgeoning damage. Okay. Let's see. That is the end of the ferret's go, and the lair doesn't do anything yet. So, Romulus, it is your go. You are unhindered, and the ferret doesn't seem to get attacks of opportunity, so do not feel
Okay.
like you have to worry.
Can I steal the bat?
You go to reach for the bat, and it is... Are you going to use your action to do this?
I'm pretty happy to use my action to do this. Yeah,
You reach down to grab the bat, and your hand passes straight through it.
worth a try.
He cannot be disarmed with his tiny hands.
Feels like some right bullshit, but all right. As part of the same action, is there any chance I could just sort of see if I can touch him?
No. Your hand passes straight through him. And now you realise Vinny didn't miss earlier. I mean, he did, but the attack went straight through it.
Hmm.
He just played it off gracefully as dodging it.
Right, so there's no physical way for me to hit this guy.
No. Apparently there's a way for him to hit himself with Cloud Rune, but...
But that was the end of his turn that I already used my reaction. It is what it is. Okay, yeah. Okay, in that case, I'm going to, well, not disengage because I don't have to, but I'm going to go over here to this one that's strength-based, and I'm going to touch this pillar.
Okay. You do not have your action this turn. You place your hand on the pillar and you feel that it is wanting something. Almost calling to you.
They want something, you need to get over with them, and you need to have enough time and energy to do something with them, I think.
What's that high up? Good luck.
How far away are you from me?
I'm going to be yelling up to, like, Jeff.
I
Cat, get back into your body!
On which
I mean,
case
you probably
then,
would have done that when you felt the damage go
Technically-
through.
Technically, can I still hear? Because
Yeah.
we've still got the mental link together.
Yeah, you can still hear.
Okay, cool. Mental link still works when I'm in Jeff.
I'm going to use Adrenaline Surge on Romulus so he can take his action using a bonus action.
Okay.
I would
Yeah.
like to do so.
I will allow that. So, what do you do with your action, Romulus?
I mean, we've established that this is based around strength. So I think what I'm going to do is I take a hold of this pillar and I just start to push, because that is the most basic form of strength I feel I can show to this thing.
Okay. Make me an athletics check, please.
No, I don't have anything to do, so I'm going to do this normally.
Mm-hmm.
That is a solid 25.
25. That is enough. Just. As you begin to move the pillar, shifting it to the center of the room, you watch as above you, as the top of the pillar begins to glow, and it's seemingly a floor of force begins to form from the top of it, and you watch as on all four sides of the pillar a ladder grows from the wood, at which point you watch as a Bryn otherwise looks at you and goes, "Oh, it's on!" All of you heal 10 hit points.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You also hear, Romulus, something being said within your mental connection, and all of you hear this, in fact, as it is said within your mental connection. And we now move out of initiative order temporarily for this, and this is what we'll end the session on for this. So, as we move out of the initiative order, you all hear within your head, "Who are you responsible for?" Top of the initiative, Vinny, who are you responsible for?
Pretty open-ended question. I'd say,
I was going to say, is that your response?
okay, this may not be right, but Vinny is going to give the answer that feels the most true to him at the moment, which is Carvern.
Mortar, who are you responsible for?
Myself.
Cat, who are you responsible for?
The moment's like, I have so many familiars.
The travelling zoo.
All of my elementals, my friend, and myself.
Romulus, who are you responsible for?
Myself and my daughter and my party.
Kirv, who are you responsible for?
The people I care about.
Okay. All of you have answered the first question truthfully. That is where we will end our session for tonight, midway through this puzzle. So, for the stream, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And we won't be back next week, as I will be off next week. I will be at an escape room for a friend's birthday. So I will be away for that. But we will return on the 24th, unless saying otherwise from all of you.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't think. I'll have to see if I'm working or not. But
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
I should hopefully be good.
In which case, we
Yeah.
will see you back here on the 24th for our returning session and returning to this particular puzzle. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.